When dealing with cleaning chemistry, sometimes it's going to be necessary to perform a titration. But if this brings back bad memories from high school chemistry class, no worries. Stick around because today we're going to be talking about what a titration is, and I'm going to give you the information you need to become a titration master in no time. Alright, first, let's talk about what a titration is. The purpose of a titration is to just measure the concentration of something, whether that's a contaminant, or it's an ingredient you purposefully added into the solution, or it could just be a simple acid-base titration to measure the pH. Now, there are many different types of titrations, and the specific chemistries are going to depend on your sample, but every titration has three main parts. The first is what we call an analyte. That's the thing we're trying to measure. The second is called a reagent, which is something that we add to the analyte in order to perform some sort of chemical reaction. The third thing is an indicator, and the indicator tells us when that reaction is complete. The idea is that if we know the concentration of our reagent, and we understand the chemistry of that reaction that happens between the reagent and the analyte, we can slowly add the reagent, let that chemical reaction occur, and we can then stop when the indicator tells us that we're done. Once we know that the reaction is complete, we can use the amount of reagent to back calculate the original concentration of the analyte. Alright, now let's look at an example. Let's say I have a solution of hydrochloric acid and I want to know how concentrated it is. In this case, the hydrochloric acid is our analyte. And for our reagents, we're going to choose sodium hydroxide. The first thing we need to do is put a few drops of that indicator into our analyte. Now we chose phenolphthalein because this particular indicator changes color when it goes from acidic to basic. In acidic solutions, it's colorless, but when the solution turns basic, it turns pink. So initially, our solution is going to be clear because it's acidic. Now, let's start adding a little bit of our reagent, the sodium hydroxide, which is a base. Now when we do this, the hydroxide ions from the sodium hydroxide will react with the hydrogen ions from the hydrochloric acid and neutralize each other. Because of this, the pH of the solution will start to increase. As we add more and more reagents, more and more hydrogen ions, the thing that makes it acidic, will get consumed in this reaction. That's why the pH goes up. Eventually, we'll reach the point where the amount of reagent that we've added equals the amount of analyte that was originally present in the solution. If we continue to add reagent after this point, the solution will start to become basic. So what's going to happen at that point? Well, it's going to turn pink because of the phenolphthalein that we put in there. At that point, we stop adding our reagent and we look at how much we've added in total. After a little bit of math that utilizes the volume of a reagent added, the concentration of the reagent, and a little bit of stoichiometry based on the chemical reaction, we can then back calculate the original concentration of the hydrochloric acid. And it's as simple as that. You can carry out a titration for almost anything, as long as you can find the right reagent and indicator. Alright, if you like that content, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also hit that bell icon to be notified of future videos. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, or you can send an email to AskDrAdam@KYZEN.com. Thanks again, and stay clean.